Hello, this is the Gould Chapter 1 Section 1 video. So this is the first introduction video, and what we should know is that statistics primarily is a matter of data analysis. You can hopefully hear my key that's typing in the background. And data analysis is taking your data and basically you want to reach some sort of conclusion or learn something new. And there's a lot of different ways that we can do this, and we'll be discussing this a lot this summer. But primarily, you should think of data analysis as somehow summarizing or drawing conclusions from your data. So let's just talk a minute about data and how we're going to be dealing with it. So data comes in many forms. A long time ago, before the internet age, data had to be collected by hand. Collected and calculated by hand. So what people would literally have to do is, like, whatever they were researching, they'd have to go out into the field or the real world and go out and record things with sensors or ask people questions or measure things or whatever. And then once they had all that data, they would literally have to bring it all together, write it all down, calculate some things by hand, and that took forever. Luckily nowadays, with the internet and, how should I call this, the Internet of Things, there are ubiquitous sensors everywhere. Like if you've ever used a Fitbit or a fitness tracker, you know, they collect information. So nowadays, like, or if you look at Twitter, like Twitter allows you to, they have these tools where you can like look by hashtags and things like that, you know, so it makes it a lot easier to get information about whatever you're doing. Okay. So the data that we are dealing with, so luckily, I guess you should know that in this class, you don't actually have to be very good at math. Why? Because the computer will do the calculations for you. Okay, but that means, however, that one, you have to know how to use the program, which will do the calculations for you, and two, more importantly, I'm going to be asking you to interpret the results that the computer gives you. Okay? So the trade-off here is that, okay, you don't actually have to go and calculate the things yourselves, but what are you going to have to do? You're going to have to interpret the results. You're going to have to explain why you told the computer to calculate whatever you had it calculate for you. Okay, now all the calculations are going to happen in something called StatCrunch. So I want to quickly show that to you. So you can find StatCrunch. Let me change my window. I go to Canvas. I go to My Lab and Mastering. I click Open My Lab and Mastering. And then you should see a thing that says StatCrunch. Hopefully you can see it going over right here. So you can click Visit StatCrunch website. Click on Open StatCrunch, or you can go to Datasets. And we're going to look at featured datasets, and we're going to look at police stop data. Alright, so this is StatCrunch. It has all the data for you. And I'll explain what all these things mean later, but the whole point is that all this here, all these things, you're gonna do the calculations in this website, the StatCrunch website. Okay, and that's the end of the Chapter 1, Section 1 video.